All right, everyone, welcome back. We got this final race of the night. It's something a little extra. It's a bonus showcase of the brand new patch by BMN. It's a patch for the PC version of Metal Gear Solid. We're having a race of Carigss and VolcanicAkuma55. So, what this patch does, the PC version of Metal Gear Solid has so much going for it. There's some crazy glitches you can do. You can instantly get out of codecs. So many cool things. But the problem was when this game released, they essentially you couldn't use analog. It only has 8-way movement until BMN came along, and I'm not going to pretend to understand the technical details, but the original devs had tried to implement this, and maybe they ran out of time, or they just didn't think controllers for PC were going to have analog or something. Probably thought we were going to use flight sticks forever. But they didn't turn this code on. And what BMN's done is gone in and activated this code. So now we can use analog on the PC version of Metal Gear Solid, making it, in my opinion, the best version to speedrun now, right? Like it's so dope being able to use analog on PC. I'm sure Limes as a big time PC runner will tell you more about that.
Oh yeah, I mean, if you're ever run console or emulator, having that 360-degree movement just makes life a lot easier. You're not smashing on the D-pad all the time, cramping and hurting your fingers and whatnot. And it is faster to a degree, not a whole lot faster, but it does have some benefits as far as that. It just makes it more in line like the console version, as it should have been. There's evidence of the code that was already in there, so they wanted it in there at some point. It just wasn't. Bad developers, deadlines, whatever, but BMN did the impossible and gave us what most of us want. So I think it's a tremendous benefit for this game. I think it breathes, once again, new life into it, but it's not super groundbreaking as it's going to ruin all the records like Boba Skip did, or if we get like a major skip. Everything is still... You still have to play super well. All the records are still valid. Like, it's not going to break the game in that way. It's a great quality of life option. Like, it is the godsend. It is something I've wanted for 4 years, running this stupid port.
Yeah, I just can't believe it's real. In my head, I thought it would be just something that would never happen, so I never even really thought about it. And then BMN just pretty much like one night at 3 o'clock in the morning or whatever, was just like, hey guys, here's analog for PC.
Yeah, we've been kind of beta testing it over the last month or so, working out various bugs and kinks with it, and we've been doing races and runs and stuff. And now we figured we're doing an event, might as well show the thing off. So you can make your turns a lot easier, not having to flutter or stutter step with the keyboard as much. It's just very nice. Yeah, so what they're doing here is picking up stun grenades that they're going to need for a couple of future rooms. It is a little bit slower than just going right to the vent, but it does net overall time save for later to pick up those stun grenades.
Who you got, by the way? Who's going to win this race? Carigss or VolcanicAkuma?
Probably Akuma, I would guess. And Akuma doesn't lose all that often, I would assume, but he hasn't ran all that much as of late, so I don't know. Could go either way.
He's always been like such a fierce competitor. Like, he's never really, although he's not won every match, like he's definitely a grinder and definitely puts the work in to get good at games.
Yeah, and he puts his money where his mouth is most of the time. Like, there's no doubt he can trash talk and whatnot, but he can back it up for sure. Alright, both of them throwing a chaff grenade at the box to distract a guard that's coming towards the elevator. You want to delay the throw just a little bit, that way you don't distract the wrong guard and get spotted. If you get spotted in that room, it's basically a game over. And now what we're going to be doing is the any percent route, doing the vent glitch, so we'll be skipping the first 5 boss fights in the game. Flipping through this vent here, going out of bounds, and then we'll be touching the load zone to the torture door. And we'll skip Ocelot, Tank, Ninja, Mantis, and the first wolf fight. Just like that, saving about 20 minutes on PC. Now we're just in torture, and we get to wait for a few minutes.
It's worth saying that if you're a runner of this game, they're currently voting on whether to allow this to be used on the speedrun boards. I think it's quite positive. The response from the general community has been like, most people want this. But if you haven't seen the thread on speedrun.com in the forums, it's worth checking it out and definitely giving your opinion on it. If you are a runner of this game, definitely be involved in the vote process.
And even if you're not a runner or you're a future runner and you're interested in it, post something. Let your voice be heard. Link is in the chat that I just put. Definitely give your thoughts on it. But yeah, it's a decent majority right now. But we'd love to hear anybody else's thoughts and opinions on what I think is a no-brainer to allow this kind of a patch. So I think there's just nothing but benefits for it, and it's awesome.
Yeah, this would be the version that I play definitely. Regardless of what happens with SRDC, if I was running the game, this is what I'd play. I've always liked the PC version, but I'm just not a fan of 8-way movement. It's very archaic, especially when there's versions of the game that don't have it.
Shut up! Snake, it's showtime.
Alright, and both of them going to torture here. We're going to submit to the torture because real speedrunners don't save barrel. Sorry, Joe. Ooh, Cariggs was really slow on that skip. Interesting.
Had enough. So,
yeah, if you get that camera angle that Akuma got, that means you submitted to the torture frame 1. The camera didn't even have enough time to change.
I'll have my fun with her.
And now we get to wait for another couple minutes until our bro Otacon lets us out. He gives us some items, and then we can escape.
Damn, I caught a cold. That witch. She took my clothes.
Hope everybody's day is good in the chat. You enjoyed the runs thus far. Shame we didn't get to see the MGS3 race, but you know, technology happens.
Buy me a new capture card. I know you've got money.
Yeah, well, no.
You get to see it at AGDQ because I wasn't planning on using that capture card anyway for GDQ. I will be in the US for that race.
Yep. So I'll be on better hardware. I'll be on commentary for that race. No doubt talking about Metal Gear Solid 2 instead.
I don't care. I won't be able to hear you. Talk about what you want. Talk amongst yourself.
Right. I'll be sure to call the Fury the Fear.
Yeah, sounds good.
Yeah.
You have to say my end joke.
I do want to. I need you to text it to me.
Yeah, I'll type
it out.
Yeah,
type it out to me and I will read it out 100%. I was going to ask you about that anyway, so that works. Alright, so our bro Icon bringing us level 6 guard, which is vital for us to get out. We're going to swim in some ketchup and fake our death.
Oh, jeez. He's coming back. See you later.
Yeah, analog itself really doesn't save all that much time. It is a couple tenths in some rooms, but it only adds up to maybe a few seconds throughout the run. On all bosses, it'll save a little bit more because when you're in the wolf fight, the PSG-1 scope, it does emulate console where it is a little bit quicker. So it makes the fight easier, but not faster. It's not a gigantic time save having analog. I would wager maybe 2-3 seconds in an 80% run, and then maybe like 5-6 seconds in an all bosses run at most. But here you're going to see the cock glitch here. And it's a lot easier to do on analog, except Akuma misses it. Oh, that's twice. Oh, and it Cariggs.
Oh my god, they like...
Neither of them know how to cock.
Yeah, they don't because they're used to doing it with the D-pad.
Oh god.
Analog loses your time. That's proven. Analog loses your time.
And we're not memeing. It is called cot glitch, as you can see with the command in chat. Control over cutscene with keyboard. That's what it is. Anyway, here comes Armory. Kuma's going to be doing an alert variant strat. Hold the elevator open, and he's just going to try to keep the alert from going off again, and then he can just get out basically immediately. Carigss going for a more traditional strat, relying on RNG with the guard, and he got very lucky. That's the lead for Akuma.
Damn, that's really close. So that was so well executed by Akuma there. That's quite new, that armory strat, right?
It's sort of been known about for a while, but not a lot of people have really took to it. I've been kind of working with it as of late, and then people have been kind of growing their balls to try it themselves.
Yeah, it looks pretty scary.
Another small benefit of analog in here is you don't have to stutter step or pound left on your keyboard to go through the canyon. You can just hold a little up left with your analog stick and it's good. Hardly saves any time in there though. This room you'll see a stun strategy. You will throw a stun grenade at a certain time, and then right as the codec ends, the stun grenade should explode. You get an alert, and it ends up being faster than not getting an alert, because we just take a different route in a different line. Grab those grenades, very important for later.
I love just throwing that guy off the balcony.
You don't have to do that on the lower difficulties, but on extreme you have to actually throw that guard off, otherwise they'll see you when you turn around. Now normally I would switch to Akuma's for his audio since he's leading, but since the dude doesn't play with music, we're going to play with music and just listen to Carigss.
That seems fair.
Another out of bounds glitch here, using the PSG-1 and the God mode exploit. A little explanation of what GME is in the chat if you all are curious.
It's funny when I first watched PC runs of Metal Gear Solid, and they were talking about God mode, right? Because they like activating God mode. I was thinking like, you know, like a console command, like in Half-Life or something, right? And I was like, how can that be allowed? How is that possibly allowed? But it's just an interaction in the game. It's not like entering a cheat code.
All right, the Boba skip coming up. Why don't you take this one?
Yeah, so I'm sure we all know by now, but Boba from Yogscast accidentally found a huge groundbreaking technique in this game. It's been covered by many game journalists and websites, but essentially what we do in the speedrun is we line up on a door about halfway up the tower, look at a very specific angle, which was found by Lime, so there's a little crack in the wall, and then we set off the grenade and hope to get a 50-50. There's two animations when a grenade explodes in your hand, and one of them will push us onto the load zone behind that door.
Ooh, Carigss is out. Kuma's in trouble.
Super clean.
Kuma's in big trouble. Yeah, he might die. He's got a ration, but he doesn't have many attempts left.
I think I would have died there. I'd rather like start again.
Yeah, this is massive. This could be GG for him.
That's the thing about the Boba skip giveth and the Boba skip taketh away. Really nice animation glitch by Carigss as well.
Oh,
And the sniper will fight.
And that is a death, so that's... Yeah, that's going to be very hard to come back from at this point. Unfortunate. But that is the nature of Boba, unfortunately. Carigss on to quote-unquote disc 2. PC version, you don't have to change the discs. You're going to do God mode exploit there, just to be able to walk through walls and get to the load zone for the cargo elevator fight. Three guards on this elevator. We're going to go into GME and we're going to punch kick the first guard off and then just throw the other two guards off. Very well done. Alright, let's see if he can get Boba again. Looks like he's going for a YOLO boba where there's no stuns being used. Just trying to save it.
Grenade boba.
Oh god.
Oh, this is hard to watch.
This is
Akuma,
really
no.
hard to watch. Gonna die again. Wow.
That's so rough, dude.
That is.
It's a straight 50-50. Once you get set up, it's just a 50-50. Do you get the animation or not?
Yeah. Yep, that is this game. Oh, and he got the cutscene too.
Oh, I got the cutscene. No.
No. He's got to throw a stun or throw the guards or something. I would just turn around and throw him. That works too. Alright, Carigss heading to the Raven fight. Very fun and technical fight, Vulcan Raven is. Very precise movement. He's a very, very hard boss for sure.
Yeah, it's one of those, like, you're at risk of getting shot, and if you can avoid those bullets and stay in the fight the entire time, you're going for a really good fight. He's dodged the first set of bullets. Oh my god, he's dodging like the Matrix right now.
This is very impressive.
Akuma's out. I'm genuinely glad for him, glad to see him out.
Yeah.
I don't think I could have done another round of missing Boba.
Alright, Carigss is done. Didn't get shot at all there. That is textbook.
It's so cool to see how standard that quick turn into the Sniper Wolf 2 fight is now.
Yep, another one found by me. That saves about 2.5 seconds. Just messing around one day and accidentally did it, and luckily I was recording, replicated it, and there you go. Always record, even when you're screwing around. Like,
No man, I would just have like hours and hours of footage of me watching YouTube video essays. I don't want to record that.
not sure why Carigss is cocking there. Like, you're losing more time. So, I don't know. Maybe that's why
it kind of positions you weird, right, if you do that.
It does, yeah. You're better off just answering the calls as early as possible, because it gives you like a step anyway to answer them, so you don't lose any time. I don't know. Maybe that's why he doesn't have a 34 yet.
Ooh, hold out. Maybe he'll get one today. Not really seen any mistakes from him.
No, just some very minor stuff. I'd say he has a chance at a PB. But it's going to come down to the PAL key. Alright. PAL key's coming up. Which PAL key is he going to get? 6 is the best, 7 is the worst. Put your predictions in chat. Pick a number 1 through 7. If you don't know what I'm talking about, exclamation point PAL in the chat. You can type that in. What PAL key is Carigss going to get? And for the record, lad equals 6.
What, lad equals 6?
Lad equals 6, yes. According to Vermilion. Alright, here we go. Nope. Nope. Uh-oh.
Oh, I thought that was... Oh, nice.
Alright, so that's PAL 3. Did anybody say 3? I don't believe so. That's PAL 3.
It was me, I said it.
Okay.
Let's see if VolcanicAkuma can avoid Raven's shots. He's doing a good job here. Completely dodging that Gatling gun, minigun. I don't know what it is.
Minigun. Very good fight from Akuma. Good stuff. Very good stuff.
he's hoping for huge mistakes from Carigss in order to catch up. We're running out of space in the game to really make those mistakes. Of course, the ever-present threat of the PAL key messing up the PAL keys. It's always there. It can happen. He's going to need a god key and then some to catch up, though.
I mean,
Liquid.
I've been doing a lot of testing with various runners over the last few weeks or so. Like I said before, Carigss is notorious for messing up Liquid. Like, it is a really, really bad rate he actually plans the infinite. I'm not calling him a bad runner. He just sucks at Liquid. But
hey, we can't all be me, right?
I
We
mean,
can't all be like God Liquid.
no, I mean it's a hard fight. Even I screw it up about 0.2% at the time. But he could, if he dies there. Hello, maybe, you never know. I don't know. So shoot your shot, right? That's what I say.
Never give up in a race.
The other thing that can happen is Carigss could mess up one of the PAL cards, and that's mega time loss. So you have to freeze or heat the PAL key, depending on the room you're in, for 61 seconds. If you go too early, you have to restart that again. You have to go back in and restart that timer. Alright, what PAL key is Akuma gonna get? He really needs 6. Like, if there was like a -6, he needs that as well. Like, he needs something at this point. Like, or just find a skip live on stream. That would be hype.
That would be handy, yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
Be somewhat of a moment.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
I'm not saying no to that idea.
No. The rule is, Pazzo, on bad runs, it's generally 6. 3, same exact key. Same exact key as Carigss, so no time save there. Yeah, so these rooms that these two are in right now is probably, I would say, the largest movement time save that Analog would have to offer. But even so, a tenth and a half, maybe 2/10 at the most per room. This is your chunk if you're trying to save time with Analog, and it's not that big. You still have to have excellent movement and be able to know how to control the Analog. It doesn't make it free by any means. And there's a lot of times where I'm still going to use D-pad anyway. Like when I play console, there's times where I'm on D-pad quite a bit. Alright, so Carigss didn't screw up his blue key. Akuma, meanwhile, is going to freeze his key now. Gap is still, it's massive. Like, it would take, I'm not even sure if Carigss screws up the red key. No, probably. I think it would be enough. I mean, that's a huge time loss if he managed to screw it up somehow.
Yeah, like surely that would do it. I think that would do it.
It's interesting on PC because when you go down the elevator, the cargo elevator for the final time, you get a codec call from Naomi. And if you get that codec call on console, that means you heated the PAL key correctly. Since we do G and me on the elevator to skip the codec, we skip that call, so we don't have any indication if that call is going to come in or not. So you don't know if you screwed up that key until you get right to the panel. So if he knew at the elevator, with this gap, he might still be ahead going back up the elevator, but since he has to go all the way to the terminal, I think it'd probably be GG. Not that that's going to happen. Not that that's going to happen. I really hope not.
It doesn't really happen in modern runs, I feel. Like, it's a long time since that sort of thing happened in races.
I've seen it happen in 2 races. So, just saying. I'm saying there's a
No,
chance.
for sure. I mean, it can happen. I just don't think it will.
I'm trying to make this entertaining. Like, I'm trying to give the people hope. Like,
It's definitely gonna happen, you know. I don't think Cariggs. I don't think Cariggs timed that key right. I'm pretty sure he's gonna get to that computer and put it in, and it's not gonna work. And that would possibly give VolcanicAkuma a way back inside this race.
yeah, to the 58% that voted for Akuma, there is a little bit of hope. Just a little bit. Meanwhile, you got the likes of a J93 all happy right now. Gonna get all those points.
I never really back against Akuma. I never back Vermilion. I never back against Akuma.
No, like if I was in a position to bet, I would have bet Akuma, hands down. Now, I was gonna say if Vermilion bet, then you always bet against Vermilion, but he didn't bet in this one, so there's no Vermilion curse here. Alright, so Carigss is back in the blast furnace now. He's going basically back to the start of the room, and then he's going to do GME, so he's able to walk through walls and stuff again like he did the first time. What that's going to do is he can go down to his left and pick up the additional stinger ammo and chaff grenades. It saves a little bit of time, that way you don't have to pick up the stinger pack that's right outside of Rex's lair in Warehouse North. It's like a couple tenths of time save, but since we have to wait in this room anyway, might as well just use the time and pick up some resources.
Plus, it looks kind of funny walking on the lava.
Yes, but don't do what I did a few days ago and walk too far left, because there is a death trigger too far to the left.
Not ideal.
Nope. Yeah, judging by the music from Cariggs, that's pretty safe. I think his key is good. Yeah, so it's probably down to 3 deaths at Liquid and a controller disconnect, or this is Cariggs in the bag. So, just, yeah. Kuma going for the optimal strategy by trying to kill some of the Ravens for a 2-second time save per Raven that you kill. The ambience just never gets old, like, just hearing all the sounds and the sights of this game, like, it never gets old.
Yeah, it's a very incredibly sounding, great sounding game.
I could sleep to the ravens, the elevator noises, the cave ambience, whatever. It just doesn't get old. Yeah, it adds to the tension for sure. Of the greatest comeback of all time. Looks like Cariggs is doing a strategy that I like to do. Is called waste your resources because you don't need them. So he just threw some chaff grenades for no apparent reason at all, just because he likes to see the yellow dots on his screen. It's okay, because I do too. Kuma taking a little bit of a different route to go through and get the extra resources. pick up the ration for funsies. Because we need all the rations we can get for God Mode. Oh, he went through! He went through the door! He has to reset that again!
Devastating.
Oh my god. Wow. He like stopped at the edge too and just kept going. Oh my god. I've never seen this out of him. Oh my god. This is what not to do in a speedrun, people. Oh. But we love Akuma nonetheless. He'll be back and probably take some world records at some point. Alright, Rex for Carigss. Move up a few steps, go into GME, and then we're going to fire 6 stingers into the Raydome. Listen to Ninja talk about some random BS, and then 6 more shots into the cockpit of Rex. Want to space your shots out to wait for the iframes to go away. And that's textbook.
Now, in front of you, I can finally die. After Zanzibar, I was taken from the battle, neither truly alive nor truly dead. An undying shadow in a world of light. But soon it will finally end.
Alright, phase 2. Ooh, that was only a half shot there. Rex is not really behaving all that well for Carigss, but minimal time loss. Another half shot there. Iframes. Moving around. Just doing some weird movement for some reason. That's really strange. Okay. Akuma needs about a 10-minute liquid now.
If you win, you might still be able to save her. You could enjoy one brief moment of love before the end. If you cross this line, you fall. At this height, it will kill even you. Have at you, Snake. Nice shot.
Looks good. Textbook. Absolute textbook.
Hurry!
Very good liquid from Carigss. I'd say he's got an outside shot at a PB.
I'll drive.
Maybe.
Yeah, it's been a really,
Been a
clean
really good
run.
run.
A surveillance camera.
Definitely some time to lose
Darn, no
in the
keys.
escape though.
I got him. Let's go. I got it. Snake, jump in.
Yeah, for this first part of the escape, you want to face... Well, he's not doing... Well, yeah, he is. Well, no, he isn't. Now, you want to have your back face towards the door. That way, Snake's hitbox touches the load trigger about 0.2 of a second quicker. But, Carigss wasn't optimal there. Take out the barrels here to kill this guard. Got shot, but it was simultaneous with the guard dying, so he didn't lose any time. Line himself up for the phase 2. He'll kill one guard, go kill the right guard, and then kill the middle guard last. Alright, only got shot once. That's pretty ideal. Akuma needs to equip the PAL card in order to interact with the terminal. I don't think the level card works.
Not yet, Snake. It's not over yet. Liquid.
And then 15 shots on Liquid for the escape. Akuma just entering Rex.
Definitely not his finest hour.
We all have those days. Ooh, Liquid's like all up on that Jeep. Missed a transition shot there, unfortunately. This is going to be close for a PB. Not the finest escape, though.
Snake, look, daylight. Hold on.
All right.
The benefit of the PCs instantly skip the credits.
I believe that is a PB for Carigss. I think that is a 5 or 6 second PB, so hats off to him for sure. That is really good stuff.
Really fucking played really well. I was saying, like, I just didn't see any obvious mistakes. He seemed to execute everything he went for.
You could enjoy one brief moment of love.
Very good stuff. Very impressed. All right, let's see Akuma bring it home. Can he do maybe a zero throw liquid or something? Go for every risky strat possible at this point. Got nothing to lose.
Have at you, Snake.
Going for the zero throw.
Nice shot.
This is pretty good. .209 on the timer. Absolutely perfect. Thank you whoever paid the channel points out. Appreciate it.
A surveillance camera. Darn, no keys. I got him. Let's go. I got it. Snake, jump in. Snake, hold on.
Alright, and to the escape for Akuma. 2 guards on the first checkpoint, 3 on the second, and then 15 shots here on Liquid to try to bring it home. Should be under the 40-minute estimate that we put still. Still be a sub 40 despite all the issues.
Let's go.
It's like a new version of the game. Gotta get used to the controls.
Yeah. Yeah, Akuma doesn't play console, so
Here they come.
analog is definitely new for somebody like him.
Damn, we can't get through. Snake, you gotta clear a path. You did it, Snake.
Not yet, Snake. It's not over yet. Liquid.
I'll explain since we have a minute here to Callie's about Boba. So you're relying on an animation when you blow up a grenade in your hand. You get either a small knockback animation or a big knockback animation. And you need the big knockback animation in order to clip the load zone that's at that door. And it's just RNG. It may be frame-based, step-based, we don't know. Like, but it is considered a 50-50 coin flip when you go and do that. What Akuma got is extremely unlucky and rare. It's just a bad series of events is what he got. So usually 95% of runners will get it within 3 tries. It's very rare it goes beyond that. And that's ready for time for Akuma.
A lot of people don't know this, but I actually found Boba Skip.
3902. Good stuff, good stuff. Let's get Carigss in here for some thoughts. GG, buddy.
Thank you, thank you.
Good stuff. That is PB, correct?
Tough luck. Yeah, it was 6 seconds.
That's good. That's good.
Or Akuma.
Yeah, I've never seen stuff
many?
like that out of him, let alone the bad luck on Boba. He died twice.
Twice? Oh,
Yeah, it was, and then he screwed up Red Pal. He just he left too early. Basically, he like got towards the door and his momentum carried him out the door. So
we had to go back in and reheat.
yeah, he basically collected all of his resources and then went out the door. Then I had to go back in. So yeah, it was unfortunate. But if he's listening, he can jump into VoIP if he wants and say some thoughts or not. But yeah, I appreciate him and you racing as well.
Yeah, it was fun. Thanks.
Welcome, Akuma.
Hey guys.
Yeah, it happens, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's gonna happen at some point.
Yeah. So
if not you, it would have been me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'll take this opportunity. I'll take this opportunity to ask you guys your thoughts on the analog patch.
I enjoy it.
I think it's good. Definitely.
It's
Yeah.
great. A little bit different to get used to. Like I don't normally play on console or emulator, so I've always been D-pad for this game. So definitely takes a bit to get used to, but I like it. The movement's clean.
Yeah, my thoughts exactly. I've never run console or emulator, so it's just take some getting used to. But I will. And I'll win. Again.
I have no doubt about that. So you and me will do that definitive race here at some point. I'm slowly getting back into it, but I know that people do eventually want to see that. So
it is slow for the elderly.
Yeah. All right, boys. Any final thoughts before we sign off and try to find a raid target?
Well, good here.
And again,
GG's, Akuma.
GG's.
And again, if you guys want to see this in runs, go to the forum, let your vote be heard, and get it passed. We want this. The majority of people want this for sure. Analog should have been in this port to begin with, and I believe it should definitely be in there.